Most history books focus on the numbers: 2,977 lives lost, 4 planes, 2 towers. But history isn't just numbers, it's where you were and what you felt. For my family, that morning started like any other Tuesday in Utah. I sat down with 2 women in my life to hear their stories. My grandma Jeannie Bowers, who was at her home in her morning routine, and my mom Erin Bowers, who was a student teacher at Cook Elementary. Today we're looking at 9/11 not just as a national tragedy, but as a day that changed how we look at our neighbors and our freedom. It's happened.
I was at my house getting ready for work. Then I just turned it on the radios, went into work, and they had the TV on in one of the rooms. And
that feeling of not doing anything but watching was universal. My mom was in Syracuse, Utah, starting her day at a faculty meeting.
The principal or vice principal, I can't remember, came in and told our staff, that our faculty, that they, the towers were hit, and then they brought a TV in and we started watching it on the news. I just felt like it was like some kind of bad accident, like it didn't mean to happen. It was just, something, that wasn't meant to be.
Mm-hmm. But that accident theory didn't last long. As the second plane hit, the mood shifted from confusion to a deep, heavy sobriety. For Grandma, seeing those images sparked an immediate protective instinct.
I gotta get those guys.
Yeah.
I think some people around me panicked.
Yeah. In Utah, the fear felt different. We weren't in New York, but we were near Hill Air Force Base. Mom, you mentioned that being a major concern.
We live by Hill Air Force Base, and is that going to be okay? If this is an attack? They just didn't have a whole lot of information.
My mom told me about a specific moment that day that has always stuck with her. She was in a kindergarten class, and they were part of a program called the Peace Builders.
I remember teaching my kindergarten class. We were doing a song called the Peace Builder program. And it was a program where you have different songs and different actions that they do. And they had this song about being a peace builder. And then I just remember teaching it to those kids that day and just feeling just like scared for them of what kind of world that they're going to grow up in, and a lot of fear like that.
While my mom was worried about the future for her students, the reality of the loss hit home in Kaysville. Even though neither of them knew someone in the towers personally, the tragedy found its way to Utah through a local family.
And there was a family who their mom was flying home, and she was in the airplane. Her and her mom, I think, were in the airplane that went down in Pennsylvania. Not the one that hit the tower, but that was going to hit the tower, or going to hit somewhere else.
Yeah.
And crashed in a field, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they were from Kaysville.
In the days following the attacks, the chaos Grandma saw on TV turned into something else, a unique, fierce unity.
They didn't have a choice in it. They were just there, and it just, I don't know.
Just kind of happened to them.
Happened, and we'd never had anything like that happen before.
We saw a lot of flags, like on people's homes and just everywhere. Like people were really proud to be American, and we checked on each other and to make sure that our neighbors were okay, and that we just kind of united as a country.
Listening to my mom and grandma, I realized that 9/11 changed the feeling of America. It took away a certain kind of innocence, but replaced it with a reminder that our freedom and our safety isn't something to take for granted. We remember it because, as Mom said, the world can be a crazy place, but we have to keep fighting for the peace we taught those kindergartners about in 2001.